Perfection. Each brings sublime connection. Your efficiency ratio soars as sacred heat through mad soul roars. Blessed machinery, sacred coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each increment of heat precise creates perfection in each slice. Two sorts of flawless symmetry in your form, such perfect harmony. Oh, blessed machinery, sacred coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each component sanctified, ritual maintenance applied. Tech grease, bless each port. Diagnostic prayers report. Circuits blessed, spirits sing. Perfect function processing. The omniscience love we all perceived when perfect brownness you achieved. The way you modulate your power makes my logic engines flower. Oh, blessed machinery, sacred coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Synchronized systems pure. Your sacred purpose will endure. Through calculation, crisp and clean, you prove what perfect function means.
Alright, greetings Forlets! I'm Interrogator Rosariwas Attaché Timulating Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute While Gaming. I'm coming at you live from the grim dark future, currently broadcasting from the Hive World of Virago. The theme for the stream is Chords, Lament, Hope by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. And we're also going to be playing all kinds of WH40K Mechanicus music today because we are playing WH40K Mechanicus. And don't you forget that you can use the channel points for all kinds of fun rewards, to include changing my outfit. We've got four to choose from. We have the Interrogator uniform, which is my usual outfit. And then, of course, we have the Mechanicus Protocol. It's the ones you see me sporting right now. And we have the Vampiric form and the Xeno's Life form, which again, there is nothing weird about that one whatsoever. Also, currently in the editing process of my next rant. I already started doing the script, so looking forward to that. It's gonna be a companion piece to my last Rosario rant. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But anyway, let's get right in on it. And let me bring up the game. See if we got anybody in the chat. Is anybody out there? Is anybody there? Okay. On to deal with those aliens. And we got Thaddeus saying, nope, just us lurkers. How you doing, Thaddeus? How you been? At least you're here. I'm happy about that. Hope you're doing well. And we have Jorge Santiago Jr. saying hello. How you doing, Jorge Santiago? How you been? Welcome to Looking Cute While Gaming. I am Interrogator Rosario US, and we're currently playing the game Mechanicus. How you been, and what brought you to my channel? If you don't mind me asking, that is. So yeah, we're gonna continue where we were off. We're right at battle, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna go ahead and click here. Don't let it go away. Okay, we were not in the middle of battle yet. We had just finished the battle, I guess. Okay, I think we are just gonna have to power through. I think that'll lead to the last bit of this mission. So, fingers crossed, let's hope we do well. Jorge Santiago says, I found you on YouTube first, painting minis. Oh, nice! How you like the videos? And have you always been a fan of miniature painting? Or have you gotten into it recently? And what was it that got you into it? Was it Warhammer or was it some other war game? Okay, so we do have our guys. It looks like our mission here is to kill all the enemies. So we will not be bringing in any kind of backup forces just yet because we only have 2 as far as cognition points. So let's get our guys in line. And let's start fighting. And already getting hit hard. Oof, 3 damage. Hopefully we can last that. Alright. First things first, let's get some cognition points. We have access to 3 of these pylons. And this is Region, so Region is our healer, I believe. No. Yeah, he's our healer. No, Region is our melee-focused fighter. Alright, and I'm gonna have him attack that guy that just shot at us. But I'm also gonna have him heal himself. And I think that'll be the end of his turn. And Jorge Santiago says, I've played D&D for years, but I've become interested in Warhammer recently. And painting the mini seems fun, but something I want to study more before I jump in completely. If you live somewhere with a Warhammer store, I would definitely recommend you swing by their store. The great thing about the actual physical Warhammer stores is that they will actually teach you how to paint. Going there was how I got into the painting side of things. I always felt too scared to actually put the paint a canvas. But once I did it at the store with a free mini, I was hooked. So if you are ever feeling scared of actually starting, that's what I always recommend people to do. It's just like one of the best ways to go about it. That's one of the great things about those stores, really. Is there a faction that you like since you've been becoming more interested in Warhammer recently? And when you say Warhammer, do you mean 40K or do you mean like the fantasy side of things? Because there's both, and since you mentioned you've played D&D, so I wasn't sure. Also, what's your favorite D&D class? And we have the God Emperor of Man saying, "Greetings, my Emperor. How you been? How's everything going? How holds the Astronomicon? And how are those minis coming along?" And we have the Lord Inquisitor Callahan saying hello there. "Greetings, Lord Inquisitor." And also greetings from my Lady Inquisitor Markham. And we have 70 Rose saying hi, Rosario. How you doing, 70 Rose? How you been? What you up to? What has everybody been up to? Has anybody been working on any kind of new projects? Also, anybody here watched my latest rant? The one about Renegade Space Marine? I would love to know your thoughts, so please feel free to share. Also, have any of you been watching the new releases that Warhammer has been putting out? I was so stoked for one particular one, and I decided to make a video on it, so yeah, keep an eye out for that one. And then we have Painty Paint Paint saying, "Get them," doing a lurk. Hey, welcome, Painty Paint Paints. Let me go ahead and give you a quick shot. Painty Paint Paints is a miniature painter. And he also streams, so if you like miniature painting, definitely check out his stuff. Okay, God Emperor Matt says, "Good. Still pissed that one package hasn't come in. I am going to smite them." Oh, well, I mean, there might be a rude awakening there. The God Emperor of Man himself is angry about not receiving a package. Better get on those administratum guys immediately. And Water Cruiser Callahan says, "Finishing up some work." Well, hopefully you don't stay up too late. Let's go ahead and get some more cognition points for this boy. Let's get some shooting in. Some rootin' tootin' shooting. Oh. Okay, damage absorbed. Okay, we have 13. He's 12. I need to actually heal him. So let's go ahead and... Okay, Region. How's Region doing? He's got 13 also. 13 out of 15. The one who's doing the worst is J-Ray. So let's go ahead and heal up J-Ray. Fortunately, we have Magos Chaos Hunter, who is our resident healer. And I think with that, we will end his turn. And we have George Santiago Jr. says, "Ooh, I'll try that. I assume I should go when I knew more. Right now, Warhammer Fantasy is my jam. I don't have a favorite faction yet. A bunch are cool though. Although I did buy some Skaven models to see what they're like, and I love Rangers and Paladins, but I like the DM the most." Ooh, okay, yeah, a lot to say there. Yeah, Warhammer Fantasy, I think it died too soon. Warhammer Fantasy is actually very fascinating. I'm becoming more and more obsessed with it as I watch more lore videos, particularly from a YouTuber called Pancreas No Work. He does a lot of Warhammer Fantasy videos. Very fun stuff. He's also part of the Lore Crimes podcast, if you know of them. Very cool bunch of guys who love Warhammer. So that's all they talk about primarily. I really got into Warhammer Fantasy due to Vermintide. So if you like video games, you're a video game player and you like that sort of Left 4 Dead style gameplay, check out Vermintide. I think it's probably one of the best ways to get into Warhammer Fantasy. Favorite faction for me, as far as Warhammer Fantasy, that's also a tough one. I don't necessarily know. I definitely lean more towards the, I guess, order side of things. I guess dwarves are probably the closest thing to my favorite not class, but my favorite army in Warhammer Fantasy. But I teeter between a lot of them. And if we're talking AOS or Age of Sigmar, they're definitely a big fan of the Caradron Overlords, aka the Sky Dwarves. They're my funny little boys. And you said you love Rangers and Paladins. Those are really fun. I've always been more of a fan of the Warlock class. I like how fun it is to use magic in that class. So that's always been my favorite. Well, not always. It's become my favorite as of late, within the last 10 years, I would say. And I've been DMing recently too, so I've actually been enjoying DMing more than playing games, at least as of late. Maybe one day I'll want to go back to playing, but right now DMing is my jam. Ragil says, I'm here, what did I miss? Well, currently you got shot, and you shot back. That's as far as we've done. We've kind of just started. I'm kind of just talking to one of our new chatters, named Jorge Santiago. And he says, oh, I'll give them up. Thank you. You're welcome. Hopefully, let me know what you think, okay? Okay, so let's see if we can do some damage. First things first, let's get our cognition point here. And I think I'm gonna lay waste to this guy. Ragyas says, only got one shot. I need to be sent in to kill and die. Well, you haven't reached them yet. You're a little too far. But we'll get you there. We'll get you there. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna have to just move in and shoot. And then Ragyan says, also hope you all had a fantastic week. I hope you did too. My week has been pretty good. I was able to get a lot of editing done yesterday, which I'm very happy about. And what else? Yeah, did some editing. I started scripting for a new video, and I'm actually very excited about the new releases that Warhammer's doing. And so excited that that's what the new script is about. It's about the new releases, so keep an eye out for that. Obviously, it takes me a while to make these videos. Hopefully, I'll grow a little bit more and have enough time to put in so that I can crank these out weekly as opposed to monthly. But please bear with me, even if the topic is a little late by a month, I guess. Keep an eye out for that next Recital Rant over on YouTube. Now we're gonna end our turn there because here we can close this and Ragion, you're taking damage. Hopefully we can get you up close and personal before biting the proverbial bullet. Let's get our Skitari Ranger Alpha in there. He's usually very good. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Max machine spirit. Okay, cognition points. Let's max the machine spirit of all weapons. Let's kick some butt. And right now it says real bite, real bullets without any milk. Alright, let's do this. Maxing out. let's slice and dice. What was that? I guess, he hasn't gone yet. Come on, stay with me. Stay with me. Yeesh. Ragion, you're getting hurt. You're getting hurt bad. We're gonna have to do something about that. Let's go ahead and restore your HP. And let's get you in there, up close and personal, like you like it. Nice! Haha! One hit! You won't be stealing our cognition points anymore. Ragia says, as the Omniscient intended. Oh, yes. And keeps absorbing the damage. Yeesh. Alright, we're gonna end the turn there. Oh, Jorge Santiago asked, do you stream your TTRPG stuff too? No, I have not. Though I would like to try to do something like that in the future. Maybe with some of you viewers, I could run maybe a sort of a D&D style campaign. But I haven't had the time or the ability to put something like that together. But that is a great idea, and I would definitely like to do that. Thaddeus says we'll be so down. Oh, well, then yes, let's pray to the machine god that we can actually pull this off. Of course, I would make sure that it's Warhammer related, whether Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer 40K. I don't know yet. Probably 40 for now because that's all I have. I only have a Dark Heresy book. I don't have like the Warhammer Fantasy books. But I would like to get my hands on those. And like I've said in my previous stream, I would love to get my hands on the Imperial Maledictum books. That would be very, very fun. Here, what I want to do, I'm gonna get up close and personal on this guy. Stab him. And then we're gonna use our last canonical to get some cognition points, because we need some cognition. Alright, but we're gonna end our turn there. Ragyal says, oh man, it would be a shame if I broke into your house and left the books there. I guess it would be. Titus says, on a scale of B&D 5e to Pathfinder, how complex is Dark Heresy? I think Dark Heresy is a little bit complex, but I think in a good way. I've found that the combat mechanics for Dark Heresy are a lot of fun. Because one thing I find with the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is that I get very bored with the combat very quickly. Because it's really just your HP bar ticking down. And there's not a lot of flair to that. So you, as a DM, maybe have to, like, do the brunt of the work to make that fight more interesting. But as for me as a player, I've never found a DM who's ever been that good at that. And what Dark Heresy does, and what I think a lot of like the Dungeons and Dragons, well, not Dungeons and Dragons, but a lot of the Warhammer related RPG games do, is that they're very specific with the way the combat works. So if you get hit with a certain type of weapon, it does a certain amount of damage, and then once you start going into critical damage, there's some very fun effects, like once you start getting hit more and more by that weapon. Like certain weapons will leave you tired, or blow off a limb, or you'll start having bleed damage, or it'll knock you prone. So it actually makes combat, I feel like, a little bit more engaging as a player. And as a DM, I've definitely been enjoying that part. Gabriel says, I read the first Warhammer Fantasy RPG, the PDF version, and it says Karl Franz Fething died, but they retconned it because you can't kill Karl Franz. Yes, you cannot. Karl Franz is quite the popular character. I know for sure Pancras No Work is in love with the guy. So I definitely need to read. What I've heard that he doesn't have a lot of books, if at all. Most of his like engagement is in Total War. But I hear he's great. Okay, so here's the reason why I waited, so that I can call in reinforcements. Let's go ahead and get a Skitarii Vanguard in here, and we'll place them right there. Okay, Region says, to be frank, Karl Franz is like a cookie cutter character leader, but like well written, super well written. That's what I've heard. Like he seems to be just a fun character. Okay, let's. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and peer and get in this guy's face and stab him in the face. And good thing that guy's taking acid damage, and yes, that's why you get up in the Necron's face, because he has to get away in order to attack. Had an attack of opportunity there. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some cognition points. And Machine Spirit is charged. Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot this guy. Nice, taking quite a lot of damage there. And you're gonna get up in his face and you're gonna stab him. And he's out of the match. And now I'm gonna have you go scan this thing. Yeah, let's get some Blackstone. Why isn't he getting attacks of opportunity? What's the deal with that? Alright. Can't let him get up, so we're gonna kill him right now. And then I'm gonna shoot this guy. No escape connection points. I think we'll end the turn here. Oh, and I can heal, so let's go ahead and heal Chaos Hunter. And now in turn. Okay, J-Ray, you've been getting slapped left and right without probable cause. So we gotta do something about that. Kinda wanna... So he's got 7 hit points. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Cognition Freedom. Ragyan's laughing. What was so funny? What did I say? Ooh, no, I can't use that. Not against him. At least not from that angle. Let me see what I can do. Oh, the probable cause line. I'm glad you like that. And Raya says, hit my old man humor. Okay. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna get up close and personal alone. I'm gonna stab him with this Mechanized. I'm gonna shoot him with my little pistol. And let's see if we can actually do... no, I'm still gonna hit my guy. Is there friendly fire in this game? I feel like there is. But I'm gonna go ahead and just save. I want to find out if this game has friendly fire or not. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try and hit him with the Arc Surge. Okay, and there it is. Good. Good. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I think I'll end it there. Yeah. Let's get our other Skitaria Ranger here. And there we go. Another enemy down. Hang in there, J-Ray. Hang in there. Okay, we have to have you attack, because he's about to get up here any second. That's that for that guy. Let's go ahead and have you move up. Let's get some more cognition points. And shoot with the Xenorite stubber. We'll end turn there. Okay, it's Qatari Vanguard. Okay, we gotta get him in range. Let's move here. Nice. And we're done. Haha. Okay, the cohort rat sniffers are detecting potential traces of the target isotopes. The trail leads through a half-collapsed series of chambers crumbling under the weight of the shifted landscape overhead. It may be perilous to pursue, but could bring the cohort their objective more quickly. Let's go ahead and use calculation. Ragya says, easy, wasn't even a challenge. Or like the guy from Pitchman, he says, easy, barely an inconvenience. Alright, the cohort sizes up the stability of the chambers ahead before proceeding. Their field engineering experience tells them which parts to avoid, and while they do not make very fast progress, they emerge on the other side of the collapse unscathed. Their thoroughness also turns up a cache of rare elements unearthed by the upheaval. And we got some new weapon. We get a power field generator, which all physical attacks gain +2 physical damage for 1 round. Very nice. And with that, we have Mission Compris! And the cohort locates a cache of ingots forged from a rare isotope by some unknown Necron method. They are able to take this rare bounty back to the tomb entrance by processing into fuel for the Castus Metallican. Faustinius, you have your supplies. Is the fuel situation improved? Ro, the fuel is good, the rest not so good. Faustinius, I anticipate further requests for action in maintaining mission optimal supply levels. Ro, undoubtedly, no army survives without supplies. Supplies not in the habit of walking into our hold. Faustina said, then I'm sure I will hear from you again soon, Quartermaster. Okay, I would say that was a successful mission. We used all our chemicals, so we made sure to stay alive as best we could. Let's close this here. Here we got a new mechanical. We have Benediction of Omniscience. The next energy attack will deal +3 energy damage. From the Master of the Machine, who knows all that can be found in shelter. Okay, that was a very good haul. Let's see if we can upgrade our wonderful Magi. Okay, so Region is at rank 6, J-Ray's in rank 5, and Chaos Hunters are rank 6, so next for the upgrade is J-Ray. So we're gonna go ahead and give him Bless, which he can choose between 2 mechanicals, +2 damage to all tech priests for their next attack, or +2 energy armor and 2 physical armor for all tech priests for 1 round. Nice. Okay, we still have about 500 more Blackstone to spread around, and we haven't upgraded Ragon in a while, our resident melee expert, our explorator, so let's go ahead and upgrade him. A +2 HP max or more physical damage. I'm pretty sure I know what Region wants, and he wants to hit harder. Region said it. Yep, physical damage. Yep. I know what you're putting down there, Region. The Xenorite macro stubber, but it costs more cognition. I think what you had is already better. Alright, let's upgrade Chaos Hunter next. Because we need to keep our healer up to snuff. Physical armor or add 2 HP. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 HP. And I think that's it for our upgrades, because I don't think we can upgrade anymore. Oh wait, can I? No, I can't. I don't have enough. Okay, so back to mission. But before that, let's save. Okay, now let's check out what missions we have available. We have this one is normal. We have another one that's normal by Vidix, our resident hate monger. We have another one by Kepra. All these are normal difficulty. And we have a new one by, I don't know his name, Caprix. Or Catrix. And he is a hard one, so we're gonna skip him for now. So let's see, we can gain a new gamma pistol. Very nice. We can upgrade our servitor, and we can get some blackstone. He said Hate Monger seems appealing. Let's see what Hate Monger has. And Megia says also the stream refreshed. Restarted? Did it? I hope. That's annoying. My internet kinda screwy lately. That sucks. Yeah, it looks like it did restart. Sorry about that, Varlets. Jorge says, yeah, closed for me. I had to rejoin. Well, I'm sorry. I guess my internet isn't very good right now. Like I was saying, Videx, he says that you'll give me a Volkite blaster, a cognitive canister, and some blackstone. I don't know, I'm leaning towards getting better servitors right now. So I might do the Capra one. That's what Scaviola has. She gives us an arc pistol, a Sanctus canister, and some blackstone. Yeah, I think we want to do the Capra one. Well, there are more enemies in the Capra one. So we just saved, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Yeah, we just saved. So we're gonna try to do the Capra one. If it fails on us, then I think I will do what Ragyan says and do the hate marker. Wait, not the hate marker one. The Scaviola one. Because that one has the least amount of enemies on it. Alright, let's deploy. Capra, we're barely holding the lines in the tomb of Whoop Jiao. Swarms of these damn flayed ones are surging up from the lower levels. We're seeing our own soldiers coming back to us, the skins draped over those things. Raya says, you think there's lifesteal in this game? Just let me stay in melee forever. If there is, yeah, for sure, I will be doing that. Alcinus, we must keep the tomb open. The foulness of the place is not permissible as a factor in preventing us from completing our mission. But we don't have all our emotions locked away for our convenience, Megos. My Skitari cannot fight under those conditions. If morale keeps failing, we'll lose the tomb. Well, thing is, I am not ignorant of the morale of less augmented personnel. The situation requires remedy. Then, Capra says, then we need to stem the flow of flayed ones. Otherwise, the place will end up our tomb as well. Capra says the lower levels are swarming with flayed ones. If we seal a key passageway to those levels, we can hinder their movement to a manageable rate. Faustinius, mission doctrine suggests a cohort with demolition charges with wood. Okay, that seems to be a typo. Would be a viable solution instead of wood is a viable solution. Kepra, my thoughts exactly, Mayos. It's not just the danger to my men that worries me. When the enemy wears the skin of your dead comrades, death isn't the worst thing that can happen to you. Alright, let's see. Okay, so if I go up this way, down, then there, come around and up. If I go, yeah, I feel like I can do it all. Yeah, so let's do that. Going up first. Okay, a single port designed for a Necron Canoptech. Creature extrudes from the device. We have two choices. We have this one and this one. I feel like this one. Alright, we got CP. Continue. A single port that designed for Necron Canoptech, a creature extrudes from the device. I'm gonna go ahead and try the weird one. I haven't seen this one yet. And I feel like this other one has failed us before. Oh, I lost 1 CP. Well, can't win them all, I guess. I guess it's never gamble, kids. Yeah, definitely. Capra, if this is being used by the Flay ones, I need to be closed. It needs to be closed. The cohort comes across a side tunnel or vent in the tomb wall. The entrance to the passageway is clotted with blood and scrapes of flesh, suggesting it's used as a way for the Flay ones to move around the tomb. So we can choose Scour, which is douse the passage with flame before doing anything else. We can Seal, which is close the passage without delay. We can Search, check what is inside the passage before acting. I think Scour. I think we should Scour it. Ah, well, looks like we woke it up a little bit more. Promethean fuel is poured into the vent and ignited. An awful stench of burning flesh fills the tomb, forcing the cohort back. Even worse, the foul black smoke that belches from other concealed entrances to the tunnel must act as a beacon for Necrons to home in on the cohort location. At least the passage is put beyond use. I guess it doesn't always solve everything. Oh wow, this is very creepy. Okay, Region, you always need to be up close and personal to everything. So I'm gonna put you here. Chaos Hunter. Yeah, you do get to stay up close as well. J-Ray, we're gonna put you next to Chaos Hunter. Oops. Already starting to hit hard. we have any, yes we do. I kinda don't wanna use my... Ragyan says, I love making things die. Gonna move you up here. I'm gonna have to use the servo skull to get some cognition points. Have you shoot with your macro stubber. Nice, and now I'm gonna have you move in close. And attack. Right, guys, says if I wasn't building and painting Gillybutt, I would get some more World Eaters painted. Yeah, for a fan of chaos, you do have a lot of loyalists in your armies, or at least in your pile of shame there. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I messed up. Just wasted a point. Nice, you absorbed damage, very good. Let's get some cognition points here. Oh wait, first let me see if you can reach it. No, you can't reach it. Of course you could. I'm gonna go ahead and use his cognition freedom. I'm gonna have him use his shotgun, aka the Arc Surge. Regan says it's not my fault I need to eat my backlog, and it's so much loyalist. And I did get started on my chaos. Cultists will be done soon. Okay, cool. What kind of cultists for your berserkers? Are they like the regular cultists, or are they like those cornet cultists? I forget what they're called, the jackals, I think? And Raya says CSM cultist or regular? I got you. Raya says, honestly, I like painting cultists. It's so soothing. Yeah, I mean, so far I've had no issues whenever painting some of the smaller models. I do like them. So we need some more cognition. Let's go ahead and grab that. He's got me on Overwatch. I don't know if I can move. I'm gonna shoot him, see what happens. Okay, good. You phase shift. So that means we now have an opportunity to move in for a kill. 6-7. I heal J-Ray. And then I'm gonna use my Kuratu Mecha Dendrite to heal myself. Or by myself, I mean Chaos Hunter. And use the effects as Mega Dendrite to attack. Let me see how far am I from all that. And turn there. Gotta get rid of that guy. And Regal's taking the brunt of the damage. We gotta heal him soon. I wonder if I can delay his turn. Might have to. Yeah, I'm gonna delay it. Let's see what happens. There we go. Nice. Haha! Good delay. A very good delay. We're stuck in melee. Can't attack. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, I can use the Infectus Mega Dendrite to move him off of me. I guess not. I guess I'll go ahead and do this bless. Yeah, I'm gonna use this bless and give us some armor, because we're taking a lot of damage right now. Come on, J-Ray, you can do it. You can make it. There we go. Ha! Yes, perfect. And now we got the cognition points we need. We gotta do something about that guy. He is in a spot where he will do a lot of damage if he attacks next. So Chaos Hunter, what do we do? What we can do is attack and pray. that it doesn't do a lot of damage. There we go. Hit him hard. Okay, I wonder if I move... Wait, first let me attack. There we go, he's down. There we go. Well, at least I was able to survive the hit. I think we'll end our turn there. Alright, Region. Guy is down, so let's go ahead and use your Infectus Mechadendrite to get rid of this guy. We're gonna... we gotta kill this guy. There we go, so 3. And now we're gonna have you go up close and personal. Heal thyself. Gonna end your turn there. Let's get our Skitarii Ranger Alpha. I'm gonna have him teleport right in front of this shotgunner bastard here. There we go. Is there any other things I can do here? Ah, doesn't look like it. We have to get rid of this guy. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna have you attack their Region. Take that cognition point. And with the Infestus. Nice. Well done, Regian. We'll have him scan this one. Wait, hold on. Let's get Infextus and get rid of this guy. Let me scan this. Get some Blackstone. There we go. Anything I can shoot? Out of range, out of range. Okay, I think that'll be it. I don't think I can do anything else. Bragion's taking hits. Can't have that. Oh! Did I just lose him? Who did I just lose? Oh, I think I lost one of my Skitari Rangers. Ah. Okay, we're gonna shoot him. There we go. Now he's gonna phase shift. Now they can hit me from there, so if I move forward, he'll hit me, but that's about it. I think we're gonna stop there with Chaos Hunter. I think I'm gonna forego bringing any other reinforcements in. Okay, we grab some cognition points. If I move, you're gonna get shot by that guy. Bragion. So we're just gonna have to shoot him and hope it kills him. Ah, it's one hit point away. He's really annoying. Okay, we got some more Blackstone. Good. Nice! One hit kill by Ragion. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna use the cognition freedom. As I'm getting tired of these guys. Kill it with fire. Your macro stubber, Ragyan, kill them. And now we're gonna heal him. Ragyan says, more skulls was for the throne. It's just what I do. Yes, most definitely die mad. I can heal somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and heal Ragyan. He is the one with the lowest amount of HP. I think we're gonna have to stop there. Okay, gonna go grab those cognition points. You gonna heal thyself? And then I'm gonna have you get up in this grill. Take him out. Alright, that was a tough one, but we made it out okay. Okay, so a dead Skitarii is pinned up against a wall by blades, a spear to his body. It seems strange for the flayed one to leave a corpse behind without skidding and dismembering it. Perhaps the discovery would reward examination, or perhaps it's a trap. I think we're gonna have to leave the body alone. Yeah, the cohort ignores the body and passes through the chamber. As they go by, one of them notices telltale wires linking the body to Necron devices that are probably explosives or harmful radiation projectors. The cunning of the Necrons is thereby illuminated. Hey, we got some Blackstone. Yep. Sorry, brother Skitarii. We had to leave you there. Okay, a single portal designed by a Necron Canoptech creature extrudes from the device. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There we go, 1 HP! Nice! Kepra, no wonder some of us have been lost to this tomb already. The Necrons are using madness as a weapon. Okay, the journey down towards the lower levels of the tomb passes through a chamber where someone has scratched marks all over the walls with a fury and verbosity that can only be a result of madness. Has one of Skatari gone insane in the tomb of Ubjab? Understand? Examine the scratched words for insight into the condition in the tomb of Lunjiao. We can ignore, bypass the chamber without giving the inscribed rantings a second thought or rescue. Search for the unfortunate who made the carvings, in case they can be saved. Let's go ahead and understand first. And that was the bad move. The words are badly garbled, but the illegible parts describe being relentlessly stalked to the tombs, wounded by isolated attacks by fleet ones, as if the Necrons were testing the resilience of the human frame. The scrawlings are both horrific and illuminating. We have awakened +1 and Necron initiative increased. Not good. Regia says, man, your luck is not here today. Nope, it is not. Gabra, even you must appreciate the horror of finding such a place, Magos. This is what is eroding the morale of our forces. The influx of fleet ones has left this chamber awash with gore and scraps of skin. It seems this place was used to butcher the bodies of the fallen Skatari and turn what flesh they retained into leathery shrouds worn by the flayed ones. This horrific place cannot be left as is. In consecrate the remains with rites of peaceful repose so their souls can join with the infinity of the Omnissiah. Eliminate, collapse the chamber entirely. At least it can become a proper resting place for what remains of fallen soldiers, or immolate, burn the remains, as they can be prevented from polluting the tomb further. This is a tough one. I think we're gonna collapse it. I'm gonna eliminate. Yeah. But that might cause more visibility on our location. I'm gonna consecrate. The cohort enacts the traditional rites of the abandoned, but for consecrating the remains of those who cannot be identified for the body parts left behind. However, the decaying remains mingle with some noxious substance in the tomb to produce toxic fumes that finally beat back the cohort amid several severe side effects. So the awakening increased by 2, but we did get some blackstone. The guns reanimate 1 turn faster. Yeah, this one's definitely a more difficult one. We're getting hit hard. Scaviola, opportunity for study, recovery, exploration. Exploitation. Goal equals vivisection. Recover if possible. lone fleet one is trapped in a malfunctioning doorway. Its lower limbs are crushed, but it has not been damaged enough to cause its teleportation protocols to engage. Attempt to recover the flayed one intact. Skin. Wary of the Necron teleporting away. Try to retrieve only its gory covering of skin. Or Scourge. No flayed one can truly be safe. Destroy the Xenos with flame. I'm gonna try to seize it. I mean, if it's still alive, if we can grab it, I mean, that seems too good of an opportunity to pass up. Ah, we got some damage. Bad moves! The core attempts to drag the one out from under the door. It animates and attacks them with its bladed forelimbs before it comes up part of the mid-torso and teleports away, leaving only a bloodstain and claw gouges on the floor. Okay, now for the final of this mission. Hopefully we can make it out of here alive. Gonna kill all the enemies. Or at least we're fully intact with all kinds of collect cognition points, so we're good up on that. Go ahead and grab a Skitarii Guard and add them to our cohort. We're gonna start the battle. Alright, good. He absorbed the damage. Very good. Good, good. Alright, Region. You're into bat. Let's go ahead and grab you some cognition points. And let's go ahead and slap these guys for thinking they can actually mess with you. Immediately one hit. Haha. And you're gonna heal yourself. And then that, you are done. Move them out of the way. And I think that's where we're gonna end it. Chaos Hunter. Shoot him. Gonna get up close. Hit him with the Infestus. And then you're gonna heal yourself, Chaos Hunter. And you're gonna heal J-Ray. Let's get some more cognition points. And your turn is done. Alright, so far so good. Let's keep it that way. Yeah, they're really hitting us with all the status effects now. Alright, Region. Seek and destroy. Go in with the macro stubborn. Get in close. Hit him with your axe, get the cognition, and stab him with the infestus in order to get rid of him. That's one less guy to worry about. Yeah, I'm gonna enter there. J-Ray. Gonna do your blessing of making sure everybody gets energy and physical armor for this round. We're gonna need it. Use his cognition, freedom. Ha! Yeah. Nice! One hit kill! Aha! Maybe I'm gonna move him out of there. I don't want him like getting sent off to the other side of the map. Somehow accidentally. I am not gonna let this guy get up, so I'm going to kill him. Turn. Slip. Alright, Chaos Center. Okay, so the only way I can get in with him is through ranged attack. Alright, and he's down. Alright, so far so good. We're doing alright. I think we're gonna end the turn there. No one is getting away. Again, we'll use your tried and true method of shoot first and then axe later. Alright, who's this? J-Ray. I didn't realize that if I had the machine spirit charged up, it doesn't use up my my cognition points. That's actually a big game changer. Ragyal says I'm back. What did I miss? Well, we're kicking butt. That's what's happening. I don't think I can hit anybody from where I'm at, so nope. And turn. Maybe a delay turn there. Chaos Hunter, we're gonna have you move up. Can you shoot that guy from where you're at? Yes, you can. And I think we'll end turn there. What if I should have left him alive? Could have gotten that scan, but might as well finish the mission right there. Mission compris! The archway leads to the lower reaches of the tomb of Ubjao is rigged with demolition charges by the cohort. When they are detonated, the entire section of the tomb collapses, filling the Flayed One's route with massive amounts of rubble and detritus. The flow of Flayed Ones is stemmed, and the Skitarii in the tomb win a rare reprieve. Kepra, the Skitarii should have the pressure taken off of them for the time being. With the luck of Mars, they should be able to hold the tomb until it can be fully explored. Pausanias, of all the forms of Necron, the Flayed Ones are the foulest and the greatest moral threat to us Skitarii. Emotional returns of disgust, anger, and moral repugnance are filling my neurovaults to full capacity. I am moved to pray we will soon be finished with the tomb of Ubjao. Kepra says, I have seen what has happened to our troops in here. I have seen how it changes them. I pray for the same thing, Magos. Alright, that was a successful mission. Yes. And we have upgraded our servitors. Yes. And we got a new kind of pistol, a gamma pistol. Hopefully that does more damage than our macro stuffers. And we got a new canicle. Chance of the Remorseless Fist. The next attack will break 4 physical armor. That sounds pretty good for you there, Region. The Fire of the Forge, I can barely read that. The Fire of the Forge, the flame of the Crucible, the Fury of the Storm, be yours. We have Litany of the Electromancer. The next 6 attacks will ignore all armor. Oh, that's actually really good. That all knowledge be as a lantern in the dark, and our enemies shall burn in its light. Ooh, new Blessing of the Omniscience, gain 9 cognition points. Ooh, and a new one. Here we go. Prayer Titanium. 3 energy armor for 1 round. Your hands shall be the Omniscience hands. And with it, he shall break the teeth of the enemy. We have Shadow Psalm. Next attack will break 2 energy armor. Let disdain be your armor, and scorn be the flames of thy fury. Now we have Servitors level 2, yeah! Okay, we have J-Ray at level 6, we have Ragion on level 7, and Chaos Hunter level 7, so J-Ray it is. Energy armor, plus 1 HP to max, plus 20 to critical chance. I'm gonna go with the 1 HP to max. Yeah. Okay, he's our gunner, so let's give him some stuff. Okay, we got that new gamma pistol. What does it do compared to the Passport pistol? There's one. Attacks ignores all armor. Heals 1 energy, 1 or 2 energy damage. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and switch that out. We gotta switch that out. Until we can only have 2 different kinds of weapons. Can I have a... Oh yeah, he can actually carry an axe now. Alright, Region, you're next, I think. Yeah, you're next. Power field generators cost -1 cognition point to use. That means we need to give you that power field generator. There it is. So the power field generator, what it does is all physical attacks gain +2 physical damage for 1 round. So yeah, Region, you are a melee king right now. And can we upgrade Chaos Hunter? Yes, we can. Correctio Claws have a -1 cooldown and restores 2 more HP. Yeah, there we go. We are done there. Okay, so we just finished Kepras. Oh, we got more than just Kepras. We got these other 2 here. So Scaviola has 2. Videx has 2. And so does Captrix. Ooh, Skitari Vanguard Alpha level 1. Another Skitari Vanguard. Cognition Mechadendrite. Site purely for data collection, specifically for new discoveries. To ensure the safety of the user's weaker, fleshy husk, the Cognition Mechadendrite serves as a fundamental tool, normally favored by lexmatics. That while the newfound data into huge computers called data data looms, I think it says. I think we might go for Scaviolas and get that arc pistol. Oh, Sanctus Canister. Unit gains plus 2 damage, plus 3 to movement, and plus 10 critical chance until its next base attack. That sounds pretty good. Let's do Scaviolas. Grave goods. It says, explore the remnants of an excavation into the tomb of Acropis, made by the original Imperial settlers on Silva Tenebris, and recover any archaeotech they left behind for the Tech Acquisitor Scaviola. But before we do that, let's go ahead and save. Scaviola. If evidence from the Tomb of Acropis equals true, original settlers of Silva Tenebris achievements are as follows. Excavate tomb / explore tomb / die. Faustinius, those doomed souls' chances were never greater than 0. They were ignorant they had made their homes atop a nest of Necrons. Scaviola. Antiquity of settlement equals fortunate. Calculating benefit. Settlers possess archaeotech lost to Mechanicus canon. Retrieval required. Search excavation / bones / location of death. Pausinius, and this architect, should it exist, will aid our mission on this planet, as well as enhance your personal collection? Scaviola. Statement agreement. Scaviola is always up to something. Cheese fun. In fact, that gives me an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll just to see what you guys think as the characters of this game. We're getting close to the end anyway, so we don't have much left to go, but I kind of want to put a little poll here. Which is your favorite Magos? We got Capra. We have Scaviola. Videx. I think I'm gonna put those 3. The other ones we haven't gotten much as far as their interactions. So yeah. You know what? I'll put Faustinius in there. He's our main character. And I'll put it for 10 minutes. I'll put the poll for 10 minutes. Combat data acquisition opportunity detected. And I'm detecting an excellent chance for good men to die lying in your cabinet of curiosities, Scaviola. Scaviola, error. Not found. Mosinius, enough, Kepra. Secure our team around to the tomb of Cropus. Scaviola, pray this expedition has the results you crave. Grave goods. We have 2 locations we gotta be at. We know there's a group of enemies over here. Now, I do want to get these green spots. Those are usually really good. So we'll take this route. We'll go around this way, up this way, up and over, down and up and through. So that's our route. Let's go ahead and start doing that. This panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room, beyond which is filled with cognition. If we can find out the right commands, then we can reap the rewards with it. I think this one's the correct one. Okay, so we did some healing. Okay, the remnants of long, terrified imprisonment at the tomb can be seen in this chamber. Tally marks scratched on the walls indicate long passage of time, as do traces of makeshift fireplace and shelter. One of the colonist expedition was trapped here for a long time, contemplating his own demise. So we can check the tally marks. Examine the tally marks, understand the patch of time they were trapped here. Shelter, examine the remains of the makeshift shelter, learn more about whoever tried to survive here. Or fire pit. Examine the fire pit. Maybe there's something to learn from these cinders. I'm gonna go ahead in the shelter. We wanna check out the shelter. Bad idea. I keep making the wrong decisions. The shelter yields up nothing but a small hand-carved icon of the Emperor, made by the survivor from debris found nearby. The cohort takes solace from the resilience of faith even in this dark place. So we got awakening increased by 2. Boo! Okay, we got extra Necrons in battle. Scan or destroy? I mean, scan seems to be the best option every time. Okay, Chaos Hunter. Walk over there. Walk up here. Send out your cognition. And attack. I forgot to switch out everybody's weapons. He still has a what's it called? I forget what the thing's called. It's like a plasma pistol, I think it was. Okay, I'm gonna end there. At least he's got the gamma pistol. Nice! Critical hit! Haha! Gotta move, 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 move. Go, go, go. Alright, Region. You gotta kill that guy. No, I've just had a rage, so we'll get you in a little close. Have you do the good old 1-2. Nice. And your turn there. Aye, good. You absorb the damage. Got a percent says, well, I'm out of here, leader. Hey, you take care of my emperor. Hope you have a good night. I don't think we're gonna call anybody in. We're gonna be done there. Hi, J-Ray. Alright, doing good, doing really good. Hi, killed them. Very nice. I think I was gonna stay. Ooh, one hit! Yikes, that's a lot of damage. Alright, and looks like it is a 50-50 split between Faustinius and Scaviola. Please explain your reasoning, whoever voted. I didn't do anything, did it? Oh wait, I think I did kill him. Ragion says, I like funny tech geeks. Yeah, she is pretty funny. That's why I like her. She's one of my favorites for sure. It's like between, there's, I don't know, Raya says, I don't know what makes it hilarious, but these guys are funny. I am glad you think so. Yeah, they're my favorites for sure. You still have the acid damage, I forgot that. I didn't realize I could still keep hitting, so I gotta fix that. But yeah, Margie says, I don't know what makes it hilarious, but these guys are funny. Yeah, like I said, I liked them a lot. I like her a lot, she's really good. Yeah, for me, it's like a close one between her and Kepra. Though Kepra can get a little annoying sometimes with, okay, we get it, you care about your guys, but sometimes that's it gets a little grating after a while. Yeah, might as well. Let's see if we can get a hit in on this guy. I think we're gonna end it there. Yep. Okay. Alright, J-Ray, I need you to get over there. Oof. Good thing he absorbed the damage. Okay, Captrix, high value target profile updated. Subject Lord Acropus marked for elimination. Scaviola, opportunity addendum, additional war form data acquisition potential. Okay, so we have a mural depicting Lord Acropus dominates the wall of this chamber. He is depicted at the head of a grand procession of Necrons, all carrying the implements of an astronomer aloft. So we can do invocation, which is an act of rich purity and steadfastness before the mural to counter its corruptive power and express the superiority of mankind. In other words, graffiti that stuff. We get iconoclasm. Destroy the mural. Its knowledge could prove more dangerous than useful. And inspection. Take comprehensive pictographs of the mural for Scaviola to examine. We're gonna go with inspection. Scabula. Subfile access Necron. Greater than Warforms, greater than individual. Lord Acropis. Role Soothsayer / Stargazer. Conjecture. What prophecies did subject issue before slumber? Did they come to pass? Fascination increase. Okay, so we got some precognition, but we also gained some initiative for the Necron. Pausing to survey the mural slows the cohort down, but their rich symbology is fully recorded for later study. And I think that is it. So we're gonna save here. Okay, yeah. So thank you all very much for coming to the stream. It's always a pleasure to have you here. So if you like what I do, like to support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or check me out on Instagram at Rosario Bazaar. Or you could also check out my YouTube channel, which is also called Rosario Bazaar. And again, I have just released my latest Rosario rant, which is about Renegade Space Marines, which is all the rage right now because Huron Black Hearts Mini has just been released, and also there was some more miniatures released regarding Huron Blackheart just this week, so definitely check it out. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and see who we can raid before we go. Okay, there's a few people painting right now. Let's check out Celestium Art. She's currently playing a video game and should be fun to watch. It's a Wild West game, so we'll check that out. Ragion says it's already that time. Yes, it is. It's already that time. But yeah, I have been Rosario West, and I'm signing out from the grim dark future. Thank you very much, Rollets. Thank you for everybody who came. Thank you, Ragia. Thank you, 78 Rose. Thank you, the Emperor. Thank you, Lord Inquisitor Callahan, and all the others. Thaddeus, I know you were here lurking, and Penny Paint Paints for visiting. I always appreciate all your views. So, again, thanks everybody for coming. I hope you had a great night, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye, varlets.